Hello. Hi.
Hey everyone, it's Duo Crew Reacts and Steve reacting to Milk. This is part of our Pride Month movie selections for this month, and we have decided on watching Milk. I have a little bit of a backstory on this. Pay attention to the end of the video and during the video where we could stop and discuss things. That's always a possibility, but definitely at the end. So without further ado, let's get it on. Like Donkey Kong, the Duo Crew, and Steve reacting to Milk.
This is Harvey Milk speaking. This is only to be played in the event of my death by assassination. We have broken the dam of the major prejudice in this country.
As president of the Board of Supervisors, it's my duty to make this announcement. Both Mayor Moscone and Supervisor Harvey Milk have been shot and killed.
Jesus.
Hey, I'm Harvey. Today's my birthday. Believe it or not, I don't have any plans. You're not gonna let me spend my birthday on myself, are you?
I don't date guys over 40.
Well, then this is my lucky night. I'm still 39. It's only 11:15. I need a change. 40 years old, and I haven't done a thing that I'm proud of.
Happy birthday, old man.
Why don't we run away together?
A new place for us refugees. A little Irish Catholic neighborhood in the Eureka Valley. The Castro. I was thinking about a little shop.
Did you see the little place downstairs for rent?
Yeah, it sounds great.
A little bit up on the left.
Oh, it looks great. Looks great. Yeah.
The new renters?
Harvey Milk.
Welcome to Castro Canada.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I would
Wow.
If you open those doors, the Merchants Association of the police pull your license.
Excuse me?
There's man's law and there's God's law in this neighborhood. San Francisco Police Force is happy to enforce either. You know, we pay taxes.
Yeah, thank you for the warm welcome to the neighborhood.
Shh.
We'll form our own business association. We'll get some money rolling in here, revitalize the neighborhood.
Harvey, what's with all this political activist crap?
I'm a businessman, Scott. Businesses should be good to their customers, even if their customers are gay.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yep.
The Castro became
That is totally
destination
something
of
I would do to Lacey.
Hundreds of gay men were coming every week from all over the world. Our own neighborhood. The police hated us. They would come in and attack us and beat us just for fun. But that wouldn't stop us.
Mr. McConnelly, I just came by to see how business is doing.
It's fine, Harvey.
Loves our kind. Spend away.
But people started hanging around our store. Young people looking for a home away from home. And it wasn't only the gays who noticed what was happening. Also the straight people.
Oh, I'm sure.
Some very unexpected ones. Teamster leader Alan Baird walked right into my shop and asked me if I could get my people to help boycott Coors Beer. But I got my people to get all the Coors Beer out of all the gay bars. A week later, the Teamsters Union, for the very first time, hired openly gay drivers. We had had our first taste of power. And it was about that time that someone first called me the mayor of Castro Street. I may have invented the term myself.
Oh, no, man. Cops are pulling people out of Toad Hall. It's happening right now.
The front door there was just an explosion of police. All we could hear was screaming. Frankly, the most terrifying experience I've had in my life.
If we had someone in government who saw things the way that we see them, like the black community, as black leaders, that should they look out for their interests? Politics is theater. You make a statement, you say, I'm here, you get their attention.
Hey, come on, everyone gather around.
He's getting on his soapbox.
I'm Harvey Milk. A week ago, police officers came into our area, badges covered.
Oh, shit.
They sent 14 of our people to hospitals, jail. The charges, blocking the sidewalk. Let's let our tax money go to our protection, not our persecution. My fellow degenerates, I would like to announce my candidacy for San Francisco City Supervisor.
I imagine that's like right up there next to the mayor.
Let me just give you that. It's Harvey Milk for supervisor.
Harvey Milk for supervisor. We can register here if you're not registered. Hey, I like the way those pants fit. Where are you from, kid?
Phoenix.
Come here. I'm Harvey Milk. I'm running for supervisor. We should get you over here and get you registered, Mr. Jones.
Fuck that. Elections of any kind of bourgeois affectation.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let me ask you one thing before you go back to work. What was it like to be a little queer in Phoenix? Did all the jocks beat you up in gym class?
What I'm talking about is that we can change Phoenix. But we have to start with our street. Police abuse, rent control, pot, parks. Good luck with all that. Good luck.
You know, I think if I'm that kid, I'm probably thinking the same thing a little bit, just because everything he's seen, everything was against it. So I don't know. If I'm that kid, I'm probably thinking the same thing at that time. But I like Harvey Milk's approach. I like it.
You gotta see this.
Death threat.
Harvey
isn't it?
Milk will have a dream journey and nightmare to hell. You will be stabbed and have your genitals, cock, balls, and prick cut off. I'm calling the police.
They probably wrote it. You think this is funny? Look at it.
Wow.
Don't do that.
No, if you put it away, you put it in a drawer, it just gets bigger and scarier. Here, it's right here. We see it every day. It can't get us.
You're gonna spend all this energy to make yourself a target for something you're not gonna even win. It's not just about winning.
Milo.
Milo.
I work for Provatore. Came out here to San Francisco. I bought the Advocate. I use my money and my influence in very subtle and quiet ways to do what I can.
Political alliances have to be built. You can't just move here from across the country and run for that office.
But I am running for office. I'm on the ballot. I have the union rank and file, I have the seniors, and I would like to have your magazine's endorsement.
Harvey, we're like the Catholic Church. We welcome converts, but we don't make them Pope the same day. Too early, especially from the Castro.
What's wrong with the Castro?
Nobody works there. It's all about sex and drugs and more sex.
He's just made himself at home. Just skinny dipping right in the pool and sitting down for a little business meeting. Ding dong.
David, we need one of our own in office.
I love it.
You can't demand acceptance overnight.
The more out you make us, the more you incite them. Harvey, step back and quiet down.
I spent more years in the closet than I care to remember. I don't need your magazine's endorsement, and I'm not asking for anyone's acceptance. I don't have time.
You're too old to be a hippie, Harvey Milk.
I am not a candidate. I am part of a movement. The movement is the candidate. There is a difference.
Sorry, I pissed in the pool.
So on election day, out of 32 candidates, we came in 10th, but only a few votes shy of my becoming the first big-eared, cock-sucking, queer as a $3 bill man to be elected to public office. So we decided to try it again in 1975.
Okay.
No, not cute. I hate the
Yeah,
shoes. I hate the hair. You're not fooling anybody.
We ran and lost the supervisor's race for the second time in 1975, but with more votes than ever before. In 1976, I really pissed off the political powerhouses in the Democratic Party by running against their man, Ed Agnew, and this time not for supervisor, but for a bigger job for the California State Assembly. Machines run on oil and grease. They're dirty, they're dehumanizing, and they tend to be entirely unresponsive to the needs of anybody but those of their operator.
Mr. Milk, I've been a social worker in this city for years. I know how to get done what we all need done.
Tell me something, Mr. Agnes. Right here in the Castro, Robert Hillsborough was murdered for walking home with his longtime partner. He was stabbed 15 times. The last words he heard were faggot, faggot, faggot. Now, you say you're outraged. Why then does your liberal establishment refuse to answer our calls? Why do they not bring these murderers to justice?
Yeah, I'd love to hear the answer.
I'll take a look at it. Excuse me. You have to eat.
Everyone, this apartment is now off limits. Good night. Good night, thank you.
I don't think I've caught his name yet.
Can I just tell you, if you say anything
about politics or the campaign or what speech you have to give. I swear to God, I'm going to stab you with this fork.
I just wanted to say that this is the most wonderful dinner I've ever had. If we lose this,
I knew it.
it'll just be you and me again. I promise.
It's a beautiful city, though. And see, what I like about this is that it's a true story. It has truth behind it. It has, you know, just the dirt, the little bit, you know, we don't get to see everything, but we get just some of the stuff that was going on during that time. I love true stories like this. So this is a perfect movie for me so far. Yeah, he's nervous. Yep. That guy behind him.
Let's come inside.
I knew we'd see him again.
I went to Spain last month. In Barcelona, there was this memorial march for gay people that had died under Franco. Of course, the police tried to break it up, but these queens did not know. They turned around and they started a fucking riot. One of those big rubber bullets ripped through a drag queen's scalp, but she kept on fighting.
We can have a revolution here.
You really think you'll win?
Winning's not my strong suit. Can you assemble 1,000 people in an hour?
Fuck yeah.
Well, if I run again, you're gonna be my man.
Cleve Jones.
Hi, I'm Edith Bryant. Hi, I'm Edith Bryant.
Her group is crusading to repeal a new Dade County law which protects homosexuals in jobs and housing.
I believe that more than ever before that there are evil forces that would want to tear down the very foundation, the family unit.
There are those people who say that you're denying homosexuals many of their rights as well.
If homosexuals are allowed their civil rights, then so would prostitutes or thieves or anyone else. God puts it in a category of morality.
Doesn't that necessarily follow that you believe that homosexuality ought to be illegal?
I do believe that it should be illegal because I think it's not.
We lost, but we didn't lose by much. More votes than ever! Harvey, I gotta show you something. The boundary for the new supervisor district is going to go right down Market Street, right around the Haight, and right around the Castro. The Haight and the Castro. That's it. If these are the only people we have to convince, the hippies and the gays, they win by a landslide. You'll be the first openly gay man elected to major office in the U.S.
I don't know if I have another one in me. Or Scotty. Oh, you're a relentless man.
I think you are.
This is the CBS Evening News. Battle pitting singer Anita Bryant against gay rights activist comes to a vote there Tuesday.
In anticipation of the vote, the gay community has staged protests in New York and other major cities across the country.
With this margin, it's over.
Tonight, the laws of God and the cultural values of man have been vindicated. The people of Dade County, the normal majority, have said, enough. Enough.
Harvey! You better come down and give me a ride.
Wow.
If you can't control it, we will. Get me permission to march.
He's concerned.
I know you're angry! I'm angry! Let's march the streets of San Francisco and share our anger!
Wow.
My name is Harvey Milk, and I want to recruit you. That we will no longer sit quietly in the closet. We must fight, not only in San Francisco, but everywhere the Anitas go. Anita Bryant did not win tonight. Anita Bryant brought us together. And the young people in Jackson, Mississippi, in Minnesota, in Richmond, hearing Anita Bryant on television, telling them they are sick, they are wrong, they are looking to us for something tonight. And I say, we have got to give them hope!
So District 8, 2 miles south of the Castro, stayed very much the same. Irish Catholic, conservative, they found themselves a handsome ex-cop.
See, I'm not going to be forced out of San Francisco by splinter groups of social radicals, social deviants, and incorrigibles. There are thousands upon thousands of frustrated, angry people just waiting to unleash a fury that will eradicate the malignancies that blight our beautiful city.
Oh, wow. I'm going to pause this. This is 1976, 75.
This one, I think, is 77.
Okay.
So he's gone through multiple election cycles, multiple years. He keeps losing, and now they've rewritten the district. So he has more gay people, more, as they put it, hippies in his district to vote for him.
Now, was that all one big district, or did they cut that into like two, like you said, when he did that map? That's what I'm trying to...
It was two separate ones that got rewrote to be one larger one.
Oh.
So the Castro and another one, I forget the name, but it's now one big district, and that's the one he's running in.
Okay.
And this guy right here is running in another district.
He's the conservative opponent to everything Harvey Milk is about. Yeah, I could tell his words were pretty slicing to the touch. I mean...
He basically called them a cancer on San Francisco.
Yeah, deviance and something else was said. God, I was 6 years old when this shit took place. Wow.
I can't do another one.
Oh.
There she is.
Who the heck is that?
That's our new campaign manager.
What about Scott?
We need new blood. Ann Cronenberg, a woman.
Ann Cronenberg.
A woman.
Should I call the Chronicle about getting us an actual endorsement this time?
I think she's going to be amazing, to be honest.
All right, first ever newspaper endorsement. And we got the Bay Guardian, the Sentinel, and the Bay Area Reporter.
You are pulling your weight, Dave. Oh, this is sensational.
Anybody want to buy me a drink?
Oh, I will buy you. Harvey, are you going to come and
Go,
give me this out?
go. I want to be with my newspaper.
I don't blame you. I want a Harvey Milk shirt. Be careful. I don't...
You look more handsome in the poster.
Oh. Just lean on me. What happened?
I did not have a good feeling about that, but...
My father beat me when he found out. That's why I came here. I'm living with this guy that, I don't know, I don't like him.
Nobody will ever beat you again.
I love you.
Do you even remember my name?
No.
Harvey.
Okay, moment of truth.
The union boys, the women, the seniors, the gays, all the beat buses showed up.
Like New Year's Eve on Market Street.
Yes! The feel-good song. Oh, is that? Yep. Magazine dude.
It's just so crowded.
Oh, man.
Scotty!
Are you this famous, baby?
You know, we do this all the time.
Are you going to be a supervisor for all the people?
Well, I have to be. That's what I was elected for. Is the problems that affect this city affect us all. Thank you,
San Francisco!
78.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Congratulations, Harvey.
Thank you, Mayor.
Do you think such diversity will cripple the board?
Well, the name of the game is 6 votes to get anything passed. So whether you like it or not, Dan and I are in bed together.
You see, I've assured Harvey here that my brochure's comments about social deviance referred more to junkies than to his people. See, I'm not that my first child. I have to make sure that this city remains a decent place to raise it.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the
You're
show,
bullshitting there, buddy.
See what happens.
Are you a police officer before?
You got something against cops, sir?
No, they tend to against me though. Firefighters, they're true heroes. They supported me on my last campaign. I fully support them.
I appreciate that. We'll see you later.
He can't get out of there quick enough.
What do you think of my new theater? Bit over the top. You're wearing a suit. I got it from a friend. No. Anytime you come here, I want you to wear the tightest jeans possible. And never take the elevator. You can make such a grand entrance by taking these stairs.
Take the elevator. Take the elevator.
First order of business to come out of this office is a citywide gay rights ordinance. We want Anita's attention here in San Francisco. I want her to bring her fight to us.
Dan White is not going to vote for this.
Dan White will be fine. Dan White is just uneducated. You'll teach him. Passing a citywide ordinance which would ensure that any person who already had a job could not be fired on the basis of sexual orientation.
I don't think my constituents would favor that, Harvey. Where do you stand on the psychiatric center that the city's been pushing into my district?
I have to study it.
What do you say we watch out for each other's interests? I would really like that.
I'd like that too, Dan.
Well, good.
Good or bad?
Not great.
Yeah, I can see that.
State Senator John Briggs, he filed a petition for a statewide referendum to fire all gay teachers and anyone who supports them.
Jesus Christ.
How many signatures does he need to get on the ballot? So this means the fight is coming here.
The issue in California is whether school boards should be allowed to fire teachers who are known homosexuals. Boards must prove a teacher's homosexuality adversely affects children and makes him unfit for the classroom.
My proposition promises to protect our children from these gay perverts.
Oh, wow.
These gay perverts and pedophiles who recruit our children. The time has come for us to root them out. You can argue with me. You cannot argue with God.
Stop. Be realistic.
I think what they're trying to do here is, and correct me if I'm wrong, I could be wrong, what they're trying to do is fire teachers who could influence our young and turn them gay. And even in my high school, and it was a smaller town, but we did have, gay teachers. And not for once did they, try to influence one way or the other.
Well, these kinds of bills, the Proposition 6 thing, like they do still get proposals like this. Only just a few months ago, it was last year, did federal protection got added to Title VII of the Civil Rights Act, okay? Title VII is a thing that specifically is about employment.
Okay.
Last year, they added LGBT people, so like sexuality and gender identity, to that list. So only last year did employees get protection from being fired for being gay or
You're kidding me. You're kidding me.
No, not at all.
So in 2020, I mean, we're talking for what, 30, 40 years here of holy shit.
Though right now in the Senate, there is it's called the Equality Act. It's a bill that would add LGBT people, not just to that Title VII. It would be across the board. The Civil Rights Act would get sexuality added to that list and gender identity. That is not passing in the Senate right now because Senate Republicans have blocked it. Some states do have fairness laws, fairness ordinances, and it's a state by state thing. So it's just patchwork. Like there's no solid anything.
There's no mandate across the board.
Correct.
So this
now,
this battle has to be waged on every level before it becomes
correct. And that's why so they were showing the Anita Bryant woman in Florida getting their fairness ordinance taken away. She was there to get rid of it and she got rid of it, okay? So that's why protests happened nationwide, because they know, like, if that can happen to Miami, that can happen in my town here, that can happen in New York, that can happen in San Francisco. And that's kind of what he's doing here. He's challenging this woman and this Briggs guy, the state representative, to come and say, let's fight in San Francisco over this, basically, is what he wants.
Right. Wow. Well, what they've kind of done here is lumped homosexuality into basically pedophilia and what else? That's the big one.
Drug addicts, thieves. Yep. It kind of ties back into their beliefs from Boy Erased, where if you're gay, you're no different from a rapist or a thief or a pedophile or all these just unbasis. There's no basis for this.
Right.
If we're going to beat Prop 6, we tell all of them to come out. Every gay lawyer, teacher, doctor. We have to let all those people out there know that they know one of us.
Harvey, that could be really, really dangerous. I mean, there's such a thing as a right to privacy.
In this moment, at this time, privacy is the enemy. If you want real political power, if that's what you want, try telling the truth for a change.
That could be tough. Job.
They vote for us 2-1. If they know one of us.
God, there's so much to talk about.
There is an air of dishonesty with this board and its members.
I have told no lies today. I would like it noted that I never promised to back moving any mental health centers, and that with great respect to Supervisor White, I would like his remarks stricken.
Duly noted.
Can I have a moment with Harvey?
I want to hear this, and we're going to.
Why are you turning on me like this?
What did I do? I never got the details. Dan, if you want me to help you draft another version of it that doesn't Shanghai every troubled kid in your area.
So you're just stringing me along and then you're just going to throw me to the wolves? Is that it?
One more vote. You've got 5 other supervisors you can convince besides me.
I'm going to vote against your queer law, and I'm going to get Quentin against it too.
Well, it's going to pass anyway. You can't keep alienating yourself.
Now voters in that city have made their disapproval clear. Homosexuality is a question.
See, I didn't know anything about this. Obviously, I just didn't.
Voters of Wichita, Kansas have overwhelmingly repealed a city law protecting homosexuals.
The church organization that started the repeal action was celebrating victory.
I had this whole speech. They're ready to roll, man. You know, I'm kind of curious to see how this Anita and Briggs, after years, I want to see where they would have stood years from then. This is where I think something's going to turn.
My name is Harvey Milk, and I'm here to recruit you.
You're a goddamn hero.
Fuck. We came this close to a riot.
Every paper is calling Prop 6 the main event now. If we lose this, we'll have anti-gay laws in all 50 states, and Briggs won't answer our calls for public debate.
It's crazy to me. This is crazy to me.
Aye.
Hutch, aye. Supervisor White?
No.
White? No. Supervisor Silver?
Aye.
Supervisor Milk?
Aye.
Milk? Aye. No.
Yes, bitch.
San Francisco Gay Rights Ordinance, sponsored by Supervisors Milk and Silver, is passed.
Fuck yeah.
A powder blue pen to sign the city's first gay rights law.
And what I like is he didn't have to sleep with the devil to get his bill passed. So, touche. This is good. This is good.
Congratulations. What are you working on, Dan?
If you have something to discuss, Harvey, you can have your aide make an appointment with my aide.
Get
I know
over
you're
it.
upset about the psychiatric center.
What do you want me to support the queers against Prop 6? Is that it?
We prefer the term gay. Yeah. Just as I'm sure you prefer the term Irish American instead of Mick.
Society can't exist without the family.
We're not against that.
You're not? What, can 2 men reproduce?
No, but God knows we keep trying. We've got to be able to work together.
Introduce an initiative for supervisor pay raises.
Yeah, we both have elections coming up. We can't do that.
No, you asked for something, because I can't take care of my family on our salaries. You don't have that problem, do you?
It's appropriate. I like that. Yeah, goosebumps there.
This came in the mail today.
You get the first bullet the minute you stand at the microphone.
Oh, man. I knew it.
The whole nation is watching. I have to do it.
Dear God, man.
My name is Harvey Milk, and I'm here to recruit you. Brothers and sisters, you must come out. Come out to your friends, if indeed they are your friends. Once and for all, let's break down the myths.
I'm scared as crap for this dude, man. I love the speech, but I'm just nervous. I'm on eggs, man. Walking on eggshells.
On the Statue of Liberty, it says, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to be free. All men are created equal.
Yep.
And endowed with a certain inalienable rights for Mr. Briggs and Mrs. Bryant and all the bigots out there. You can never erase those words from the Declaration of Independence. That is what America is. Love it or leave it.
So is this Mr. Briggs? Is this Mr. Briggs?
I have a right to be at this parade, Mr. Mayor. I'm afraid it's not in the interest of your safety or my public safety to let you into these parade grounds.
I'm Harvey Milk. It's an honor to meet you, Mr. Briggs.
You can shake your hand. Is he?
Yeah, no, I'm aware.
Yeah.
You know, it's sad, Mr. Milk, that you are afraid to fight this out in public.
My city's mayor and the San Francisco press as my witnesses. I'd like to challenge you to a public debate. Oh, I think that's a yes. And your law goes even further. It's any school employee who even supports a gay person.
Well, that's true. The gay people don't have any children of their own, and if they don't recruit our children, they'd all just die away. And that's why they're also interested in becoming teachers, because they want to encourage our children to join them.
And how do you teach homosexuality? Is it like French? Well, I was born of heterosexual parents, taught by heterosexual teachers in a fiercely heterosexual society. So why then am I homosexual?
So what we do is we take everything away from the homosexuals, their jobs, their dignity, everything, and that's how we get them, is what Briggs is basically saying. You take away their jobs, but his whole idea is flawed, but basically we'll breed our way out of homosexuality is what he's saying. Okay.
You yourself have said that there's more molestation in the heterosexual group, so why not get rid of the heterosexual teachers?
The fact is, nearly 95% of the people are heterosexual. So if we took the heterosexuals out, we'd have no teachers, right?
No molestations.
I am saying that we can't prevent child molestation, so let's just cut our odds down by taking out the homosexuals and keeping in the heterosexual groups.
How many careers are you willing to see destroyed? How many lives in your lust for power will you destroy? And when will it stop?
Yeah.
Jack, what is it? I'm wondering when you'll be home. You just had them pull me out of my big vote on the dog shit ordinance for this. What, do you do this on purpose?
I just hope I'm more important than poop.
I don't know what time I'll be home, okay? All right.
Something's going to happen with this guy. Something's going to happen.
You didn't bring up supervisor pay raises. In fact, I heard that you plan to publicly oppose. You can't humiliate me. You will not demean me. Yeah?
My last what?
Jack.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Jack, no.
Oh, my God.
No, 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 no. Oh, no.
Wow.
You did everything that you could.
I'm gonna come back at 6 o'clock instead of sticking with James.
Jack was gone. I didn't have any time, number one. I had to keep on fighting.
Governor Jerry Brown and former Governor Ronald Reagan say there are already enough laws on the books to protect children.
I love homosexuals, if you can believe that.
Your Google Home isn't set up yet. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet. Your Google Home isn't set up yet. To get started,
There's gonna be riots if this thing passes. I got to have my back. I gotta go, Don.
Reduce Kelly County by 65%. Put it up. What Jim did you play?
The polls were way off. Briggs is going down by 2-1.
It's got to be, I mean, winning this has got to be a sweet but sour feeling for him, just simply because of what he walked in on. Yeah, wow.
Tonight, it has become clear to everyone out there that they do know one of us. And now that they do, they can see that we are not sick. They can feel that we are not wrong. In this way. A message of hope has been sent. My brothers and sisters, we can come home again.
Good morning, Harvey. I just resigned. Congratulations. I'm sure you'll be the next president of the board.
Hey, Dad. Just got word.
Yeah.
Was that a sheriff? What? Wait.
Former Supervisor Dan White says he wants to be called Supervisor one more time.
He gets dragged into this closed-door meeting at the Police Association. Suddenly, he wants his job back. Who knows what they might have said to him in there.
He loves the opera. I'm gonna have to say that's not my thing.
Yes, this is Dan White.
Hi, Mr. White. This is Barbara Taylor from KCBS.
Mm-hmm.
I received information from the mayor's office that you're not getting your job back.
I'm sorry, I don't know anything about that.
Harvey, you alright?
I went to the opera tonight.
Oh. Dan, what are you doing?
You should tell me the next time you go to the opera.
I go with you.
Yeah, you guys need to get back. Dan, why were you almost naked and now you're...
Outside, the sun's coming up.
Oh, just go be with him. By the way, that's the most 70s haircut ever. The comb over.
I want you to know I'm proud of you.
I like Scott.
Can I see the mayor for a moment?
Just a minute, I'll see if he's available. Sir, Dan White is here to see you. Mr. White, Mayor will see you now.
Oh, please.
It's not something that I want to calm down about. You can't take this away from me.
Yeah.
You can't.
Take some time off, spend it with your family.
Shit. Oh, this is it. This is it. This is it. He's hunting now, isn't he? He's not running away. He's lost his damn mind.
Right there, Harvey.
Don't. No one's noticed him yet? Dead? He straight walked out. And this is it.
No.
Jesus Christ! Oh, man. Fence wound shot, and he's gonna do it again. Yep. I wasn't ready for his story to be done.
I'm 40 now. 40 years old, and I haven't done a thing I'm proud of.
Keep eating all that cake, you're gonna be fat ass by the time you're 50.
I'll never make it to 50. I ask this. And
Wow.
If it be an assassination,
Wow.
I would want 5, 10, 100, 1,000 to rise. If a bullet should enter my brain, let it destroy every closet door. I ask for the movement to continue because it's not about personal gain. And it's not about ego. It's about the us's out there. Not just the gays, but the blacks and the Asians and the seniors and the disabled. The us's. Without hope, the us's give up. And I know you can't live on hope alone. But without hope, life is not worth living. So you, and you, and you gotta give him hope. You gotta give him hope.
Over 30,000 people marched from the Castro City Hall to honor him. This diet of junk food created a chemical imbalance. The Twinkie defense? Wait, what? Well, I ate Twinkies just a week ago. Wait a minute. Sorry, Jordan. I'm gonna mess you up here, but I gotta go back to read this because I don't. Oh, I got something to say about that shit. This is him. I like Cleve. For some reason, I thought he was going to be murdered too. I really did. Wow, did they cast? I mean, look at that. Did they cast not the perfect Harvey Milk? That's damn close. What kind of bullshit is that? He got out in 5 years. Who put this, ramrodded this together? That's absolutely unheard of. That's absolutely unheard of.
So he was a former cop, Dan White, and obviously you see him there in the end get carted away to the police association. In real life, the police they were known to essentially be on his side during the trial. They were often seen wearing like Free Dan White t-shirts and making jokes about Harvey Milk. They were essentially in bed together politically, so they defended him. And yeah, Andy, it was clearly murder.
Oh yeah, that's not even I don't think anyone in their right mind, unless you're an idiot, would say that it's any different than what it was. Manslaughter is not loading a gun, walking into an office, shooting a guy in cold blood, walking out of the office with your Twinkie frickin' whatever the hell it is, and going and shooting another guy. I mean, that's absolutely. I'm pissed, and people that handed that down, they everything about that should be looked into. Like hardcore. Why not? Most of these people are alive. This is bullshit to me. It's unreasonable. I mean, this is it doesn't matter. It's wrong. It's wrong to kill even a bad person. You don't take someone's life.
To elaborate on the Twinkie defense, so they argued that Dan was someone who ate a healthy lifestyle, like food and drink, okay? So they argued that he had abandoned his diet for junk food in the days leading up to the shooting, and that meant he was mentally unwell.
What?
Right?
So there is no, that's not a defense. This is the biggest bunch of horse crap I've ever seen in my life. By the way, I'm gonna try and find me a Harvey Milk shirt now. And I sincerely mean this from the bottom of my heart. I enjoyed this. I love the fact that it was true. It got my anger. It made me happy. It made me sad. It hit every little thing in the book, and I learned a lot along the way. I can't talk enough about it. I think it was absolutely brilliant. I love this movie. It was good.
It did a really good job of showing like his charismatic side, because I was reading up about him, and he was very easy to talk to, very charismatic, very funny guy, right? So
I liked that he's obviously politics suck, right? I mean, they do. I'm sure they're but the way I feel Harvey kind of led, obviously from the human rights side of it, very much, which is absolutely true. It's written in the Constitution. Everything he said. I mean, I got goosebumps when he was, laying down the facts. That's basic human rights, right? And what this nation is doing is saying, yeah, it's human rights for you straight people, but anything, anything that they didn't deem was right in their own mind or whatever was you were victimized. And it's very obvious. I don't even know if I put that in good words, Jordan. I really don't. I feel I loved the fact that he got the momentum, and this all started from a little camera shop, and it just became a hangout and then a movement. And I love it. And I loved how the first guy you met, the guy across the street, the liquor owner, comes over and shakes his hand, but immediately pulls out this rag and starts wiping his hand. I was like, oh shit, this is going to be one of them movies. Yeah, people's actions, people's thoughts, people's own prejudices that reside within them. I mean, it's insane.
Yeah, I think the reason Harvey drew people in is because he was a very grassroots, on the ground kind of person. He was not loyal to any sort of party, or if you were to describe him, he'd be a pretty progressive person, right? But in this movie, he's even going up against the Democrats, saying you do not walk the walk. You say things, but you don't do it. He's actually out there gathering the people, channeling their anger. They're mad, he's mad. He's just an actual person and not someone. He's not what you think of when you imagine a politician.
You know, here's a guy who lost every frickin' election, man. I mean, but he kept going. You know, what made him do that? What made him keep walking the walk? And I mean, he lost a relationship basically over it. It was the right thing to do. He was doing it. I don't think it had anything to do with his ego. I don't think it had to do. I think it was the cause. It's what needed to come out. Equal rights for all. I absolutely loved it. I've said that probably 24 times, and if you're drinking, you're probably drunk by now.
Yeah, he genuinely cared. Like he was a fighter. And the great thing is, like, well, you were saying, like, you weren't ready for his story to be over. That's what you said when after the shooting. And you can imagine like all the things he could have done, but like in the 1 year that he was there, he probably inspired so many people, and even his staff there. They're still active. There's a lot of them are still alive today, still doing stuff, still recruiting people, still, you know,
as they should,
this kind of work done.
Until every state of every county of every town gets it right. Just I'm gonna, and I've been thinking about this during this movie. You know, if Jenna or any of my kids, and you've all met them if you've been in the Zoom, if any one of them came to us and said they were gay, we would absolutely support that. I never want to be the dad that said, well, not in my house, get out, you know, no. I can't imagine a day where I couldn't pick up the phone or go to their house because of my love for them. I can't imagine a day that they would have to live in the closet around me. It would absolutely break my heart. That's how me and Lacey roll, and that's exactly what would happen in this house. Because no one's story's written right now. We don't know. You know, we don't know if they're straight or if they're gay, and you know, and if they were, that's fine. That's the way I feel. But I can't say that every person is like that or shares in those values either. And that's sad.
This movie is a good reminder that these arguments are not dead. The things, the Anita Bryant woman and the Briggs, those arguments are still used. They're still like the playbook hasn't changed in 30 years, you know, but like they're losing, right? Like it's getting better and better every decade, every year, you know.
You know, I'm 49 years old, and there's a lot of people probably my age that have children, and a lot of them are actually finding their way right now. I would just ask that parents love your kids and love who they are, and you know, for God's sakes, this is their lives, this is their relationships. You're not going to pick their wives, you're not going to pick their husbands, you're not going to pick if they're gay or they're straight. They're going to be who they are, and you're not going to stop that. Love them for who they are, because before you know it, I mean, life passes you by and you've missed all that time because you're hung up on not your life, but their life and what you thought their life should be. And that's not the way you should parent. Support your kids, man. Thanks everyone for watching the Duo crew and myself react to an absolute great movie. I loved it. It was sad. It had its sad moments. It had its what the shit moments. It had a lot in it. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. I really do. It's a little bit harder when you do it by yourself, but I'm enjoying it. Please hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you share the video. Hope amazing happens to you. Until next time, and the Duo crew and Steve react. Peace out.
This is Harvey Milk speaking from my camera store on the evening of Friday, November 18th. This is to be played only in the event of my death by assassination. I fully realize that a person who stands for what I stand for, an activist, gay activist, becomes the target or the potential target for somebody who is insecure, terrified, afraid, or very disturbed themselves. Knowing that I could be assassinated at any moment, at any time, I feel it's important that some people know my thoughts. And so, following my thoughts, my wishes, my desires, whatever, And I'd like to pass them on and have them played for the appropriate people. The first and most obvious and most concerned is that if I was to be shot and killed, the mayor has the power, George Moscone, of appointing my successor on the Board of Supervisors. So I would like to have him know what my thoughts are. I have never considered myself a candidate. I have always considered myself part of a movement, part of a candidacy. I consider the movement the candidate. And I think that I wish I had time to explain everything I did. Almost everything was done in the eyes of the gay movement. The other aspect of this tape is the obvious, and is what should happen if there is an assassination, and that is cannot prevent some people from getting angry and frustrated and mad, but I hope they will take that anger and frustration and madness instead of demonstrating or anything of that type. I would hope they take it to positive, and I would hope 5, 10, 100,000 would rise. I'd love to see every gay doctor come out. I'd love to see every gay lawyer, every gay judge, every gay bureaucrat, every gay architect come out, stand up, let the world know that would do more to end prejudice overnight than anybody could ever imagine. I urge them to do that. Urge them to come out. It's only that way will we start to achieve our rights. I hope there's no religious services, whatever, my God. First of all, I hope there'll be no services of any kind whatsoever. I know some people are into that, and you can't prevent it from happening. They want it to happen, but by God, nothing religious. I mean, until the churches break out and say the Anita Bryants have been playing gymnastics with the Bible, until the churches, which remain so quiet, have the guts to get out and speak out in the name of Christianity or Judaism or whatever they profess. There are no services whatsoever. If anything, maybe just play that tape to Briggs and I, which is somewhere in the cabinet in the back, the file cabinet. Just play that tape to Briggs and I over and over again, so people know what an evil man he is. So people know what our Hitler is like. People know where the seeds of hate come from, so that people know what the future is going to bring if they're not careful. That's all I ask. That's all. I ask for a movement to continue, for a movement to grow, because last week I got that phone call from Altoona, Pennsylvania. In my election, gave somebody else, one more person, hope. And after all, that's what it's about. It's not about personal gain, not about ego, not about power. It's about giving those young people out there in Altoona, Pennsylvania's